my channel, and in today's video is going to be something I've mentioned a few times, but I have yet to talk about it. It's been a year now since it happened, and everything's okay. Before I start this video, I don't want you guys to like start off being like, excuse me. I'm honestly the biggest, safest driver. Like, I'm a granny driver. I drive the speed limit. I don't do anything like crazy. Like, I'm like such a calm driver. I mean, road rage is normal sometimes, but like, I'm a calm driver. I don't like disobey the law. Like, it's not like me. So this is a story about how I got into my first car accident, how it happened, what happened, and how it was a scary learning experience, and that this shit happens, and it's normal. I was afraid to talk about the car accident for so long because I was worried that some people would judge me or they would say something, but car accidents are normal. They happen, and I'm grateful that it wasn't as big serious as a thing as it could have been. So just drive safe, be smart, and here's my story. So let me just put it all into the picture for you guys. So me and my mom went up north to go see family that weekend, and it was a couple hours on Sunday driving home. She drove home. So we switched cars so I could drive my car home. At this point, I've only had my car for probably like a month and a half. I think anyway. So I was driving home, you know, the normal. I had my music going, not too loud, just a normal cruise home. I wasn't tired, nothing. So I got to an intersection where I was going to turn left. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go turn left now. The light was green, and the way this is that the cars that are coming this way, I was trying to turn left, but the cars are coming this way, right? So you have to yield to oncoming traffic. You're getting off the highway from this intersection. So you're supposed to be only going 80 kilometers an hour. This guy was probably going like 90 to 100 kilometers an hour. I'm Canadian, so that might not make sense for some people. But when I was turning left, I didn't see this guy until he was going too fast towards me. So I quickly sped up to try to get out of the way. Because braking, I would have literally went onto a head-on collision, and then that would have been some serious issues. So I sped up to turn left, and what happened was he hit my back passenger end, and I only had a few scratches on my car. His car was pretty messed up in the front end, drivable, but pretty messed up. So when you get into a car accident, the rule of thumb is you get out of the way as much as possible. If you can keep driving, you get out of the way. So A, you don't get into another car accident, B, so you don't get hurt, and C, so you guys can both look at the damage in a safe manner. So I finished my left turn, drove up a little bit so that oncoming traffic wouldn't rear end me, and by this time, this guy has stopped in the middle of the intersection, which was completely unsafe to do. He did not put on his four-ways, at least I don't think so from what I remember, and he was coming into, so here's the road going this way and that way, right? Like, straight in the opposite direction. So there's a median in between, so he was running up that, and I had my four-ways on. I turned my four-ways on, pulled over to the side, brake. I love how I'm doing this like I'm driving. So I turn around and I make sure Leslie's okay. She was completely fine, unfazed by the situation. My car was honestly fine, like perfectly fine, zero damage, I mean perfectly fine. Like, we just like had to dent something in a little bit, but like nothing crazy. So my car's fine. My car barely got a hit. It was just like a slid, and his car was just messed up. My car's more durable than his. So anyways, I get out of my car. Obviously I already checked on Leslie. She's all good. She's just confused. And this man is running towards me. I'm not going to say any personal information about him. I'm not going to describe him, just out of respect for this man. So anyways, he came running at me, and he was already mad, already going off on me. To be fair, he did hit me. Legally, I was in the wrong because I was turning left in the intersection. So he was screaming at me, getting all mad, and I was like, give me a second. I need to go check if my daughter is okay. So I again went back to my car, made sure she was okay, closed the door. He came up closer to me, and I was like, I'm sorry, sir. We'll get this figured out. And then he was like, blah, 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 like belittling me, thinking I was just like some dumb blonde young girl. And I did not like that, so I immediately was like, let me call my dad, sir, and then I'll come back. Okay. So I honestly don't know what he was doing. He was just like standing in the middle of the median. I don't even recall what he was doing because my thought was like, me, my insurance, call my dad, make sure Leslie's all good, get my sisters here. 1,000 things were running through my head. Also, I wasn't able to look at the damage on my car because if I went on that side of the road, there was oncoming traffic. So I obviously wasn't going to put my safety in jeopardy. So, I called my dad. I said, hey, Dad, I just got into a car accident. He says, F, where are you? Told him. He said, okay, be there in 2 minutes. So then I called my sisters, and the second I heard my sister's voice, I start bawling my eyes out because I was like, obviously at this point I was so strong and just like taking it as like a strong adult. And the second I heard my sister's voice, I was like, oh my God, this just happened. I can't afford this. I'm a single mom. Like, just got a car. I can't afford this. So I was like, oh my God. And I start crying, and then my sister was like, it's okay to cry. Like, you're allowed to cry. It's a scary situation. So then, this point, my sisters, my dad, they're all on their way. I let them know where I was. Then my dad and my sisters are in contact. So, also, I didn't call my mom at this point because she was driving to her house, and I knew that she was already driving, so I didn't want to stress her out when she is going the complete opposite way that I already was. So, a tow truck comes up, pulls over, and I'm like, oh my God, I am not paying for a tow truck. Like, get out of here, sir. So this man gets out of the truck, and he's like, I'm a dad, like, I'll, like, protect you until your dad gets here. And I was like, no, thank you, sir. Because at that point, my dad and my sister, they pulled up at the same time. So I was like, no, sir, thank you, sir, goodbye, sir. I didn't want to tow his car home when it was drivable. Thank you, but no. So, my dad gets there, my sister gets there, and we're like, can we pull into the parking lot just over there? It was, like, literally, like, visibly from where it happened. It's like 20-second drive. Pulls his car into the parking lot. My sister was like, can you drive? And I was like, I can drive. I'm all shaken up. Can you drive my car over there? So we drove my car into the parking lot. My dad at that point took over, went over like everything, getting each other's information, insurance, all of that jazz. When you get into a car accident, most times you really don't want to go through insurance. Realistically, insurance will go up when you get into a car accident. So, you try to just ask, like, how much they want to fix their car. This is a rule of thumb. Not a rule of thumb, like, a lot of people do insurance. A lot of people don't. It's just kind of, like, who it is. It doesn't really, it's up to the people, to be honest. So, at this point, we were trying to offer him cash, just to be like, hey, dude, can you go fix the car? I'm also not going to give any personal information away, but he was in a position where he could fix his car without a problem. My car was a few scratches, so I was like, meh, whatever, it's fine. So we move Leslie over to my dad's car, or was my sister's? I think it was my dad's car. We moved her over there just so that she was fine, which she was. Leslie was just like, she was young at the time. She was just like, thought her life was like sunshine and rainbows, so she didn't care. So anyways, we're getting information, blah, 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 blah. The next 3 days, we go back and forth in conversation. If you guys do not know, how did I say this? I don't know, but this man was very disrespectful for me to the beginning. He was very belittling, and that's what he did for the next 3 days, going back and forth on the phone, figuring out, like, all the information and a total of how much money to give him, which was a lot of money. But because it was legally my fault, I had to pay that money instead of just wipe your hands clean, although he hit me. So that was a fun experience. But yeah, I just want to tell you guys, like, this is normal. Getting into car accidents, they're normal in the sense where, like, it happens. Don't feel some type of, like, shame towards it. Have I had anxiety about driving ever since? Here and there, I will get spurts of anxiety, and then I just know not drive that day or the next day because I just don't want to do that. I'm a granny driver now, so yeah, I just drive like a little old lady. If something says it's going to be there in an hour, honestly, I'll probably because I will not, like, go about the speed limit. So anyways, that's what happened, and I didn't talk about this just because I was, like, so worried what people would think, but it's scary. It's not good to be in a car accident, but it happens. People, like, for the first car, it's called a beater car because you mess up sometimes, and that happens. So this is life. A lot of people have been in car accidents. I don't wish it upon a single soul. If you could never be in a car accident, you are so blessed. Please don't ever get into a car accident. But this one, it was not, I don't want to say it's not my fault, but, like, didn't see it coming. I didn't purposely do it. It was just kind of like, it happened. So anyways, be safe. Be a safe driver. And if you guys want more story times, please let me know. My life is a sick joke, I like to think. So I have lots of story times for you guys. But I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.